Town Hall 17 has arrived, and today we're going to go over a free-to-play upgrade guide including what to use your magic items on and your CWL medals. The Town Hall 17 update has just dropped. We're getting this screen. I'll show you guys the animation. If you're watching this video in the future, this might confuse you. You're not going to get this animation, but let's go through it quickly. We have an unplaced item, so we are obviously going to start off the video by placing the hero hall. You can see the cost of the heroes here, but I can only upgrade the minion prince. The other ones, I'm going to have to upgrade the hero hall, but we can only do that once we get to Town Hall 17. Now, what I want to do in this video that might separate us from a lot of the other content creators doing upgrade guides is I want to show you how to use your magic items, particularly at the start of a new town hall, if you're free to play. On this account, I have saved up one of every magic item, but I haven't spent a penny on this account in, I think, 2 years, and I'm not going to be buying any of these very expensive, but also very good offers in the shop. If you are going to do it, make sure you go in and use code BLUE, but I'm not going to on this account, so guess that's a little pointless. But I'm going to show you how to use these at the start to get the maximum value so you can really start Town Hall 17 off right. Now, the first thing obviously we're going to do is upgrade the Town Hall, and a lot of you might think to use the hammer. That is not what I would recommend, because a lot of the other upgrades we're going to be doing at the start of Town Hall 17 to get our 6 builders busy are going to require elixir. So we need the hammer to do those elixir buildings, otherwise we're going to run out of elixir, whereas we don't have much with gold other than 1 or 2 of the fire spitters when we start off Town Hall 17. So we're going to use our gold here. Beautiful. Oh, guess we got to do that first. Okay, we've built the helper hut. That did cost us 1 million elixir. Hopefully it doesn't get in the way later on. Now we're upgrading to Town Hall 17. Let's merge the eagle. Beautiful. Goodbye, eagle. You don't even have the eagle whilst it's upgrading, so you're very, very vulnerable, and that is why we are going to use a hammer, or a book of building. Now, this is something that is crucial to my upgrade guide. You get 5 days of boost, and that means your troops go up to the max level for your laboratory. So the laboratory is going to be one of the first things we're upgrading at Town Hall 17. Now, as you can see, we're down to 3 million gold, but do not touch your collectors because we're going to maximize this by using a rune. But before we use the rune, let's go in here, and we're going to build the new archer tower because that is so cheap, it's worth building. And the giant bomb and the seeking air mine. Don't worry about the giga bomb, we'll get to that later on. We need to make sure we have enough gold first. Next up, we're going to go to the laboratory. As I said, we want to get this started so that we can play around with max troops for 5 days whilst we've got our boost. So I'm going to upgrade this, and then we're going to use our book of everything, if you have one, on this. Now we've got to get into our hammers. Now let's go into our magic items. We're going to go in here, use this rune of gold. We're going to add all of that gold back in, and then we're going to go in and build one of the new defenses here, the fire spitter. Place it exactly where the eagle was, and that is going to be going for 15 days, and unfortunately there's not much you can do about that, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the buildings you build at level 1 will be active on defense in war. Now, I just accidentally collected my elixir there, so we're going to commit to it. What we're going to do here, so we're going to empty out the clan castle as well. Beautiful. As you can see, we're at 12.725, but we can use our CWL medals, finally. We can use our CWL medals to fill up the rest. So we're going to use 4 of them right there, because I really want to get something started in the lab immediately. Whilst we're here though, let's talk about the lab order, because what do you want to do first in the lab? Now, it's ultimately up to you, but one thing that you should always do pretty early on is the wall breaker, because without max super wall breakers, if your wall breaker dies before it drops a bomb, it will not open a wall. So you do need to keep that in mind. Out of all of the rest of these levels though, in my opinion, definitely the strongest one is the dragon. Look at all the extra hit points we get. Super dragons getting stronger as well, and dragons were already pretty strong at Town Hall 16. Will they be strong at Town Hall 17? Let's find out. But next, I'll do the wall breaker, and then it's personal choice. If you use E-Dragons, use that. If you use Dragon Riders, use that. If you want to do, say, super wizards in your army, maybe do the wizards. But outside of that, not really a whole lot that's super strong. A lot of the troops that got levels outside of the dragon and E-Dragon really aren't that strong in the game. Now it's time to use our first hammer, and we're going to do it on the hero hall. Now, I'm not going to recommend you upgrade your heroes whilst you've got the 5-day boost of them being at level 100, because you might want to play around with new attack strategies. That's what I love doing, because you've got the lab boost as well. But this is a 15-day upgrade, and if we don't get it started, if we don't use a hammer or a magic item on it, that means 15 days where the only hero that we can upgrade is the minion prince. And I don't know about you, but I really want to max my heroes super quickly once the boost ends. So we're going to use our hammer of building right here. And there we go. And we can go in here, and as you can see, now we can upgrade all the heroes that we want. Now, in case you're wondering, yes, we're going to have an upgrade guide base. So what does that mean? Well, it's just like a list of the buildings in the orders that you should upgrade them. So we've got the first tier here, which is everything we've done already. We've done the fire spitter. We've done the laboratory. We've built the new stuff. The helper hut is here as well. Now we've moved on onto the hero hall. And the next thing I'm going to use my hammer on is the barracks, because the barracks, I want that new troop. I want to play around with the new troop. Now, from a purely logical point of view, the thing you should use the hammer on is the clan castle, because it does take a little bit longer and you do get 5 extra space. But we want to have a bit of fun, right? We want to play with the new troop, especially because if we unlock it, we can play with it at max level for the next little bit. And I'm starting to regret upgrading the dragon in the laboratory. I probably should have done the thrower first. So we're going to use our final hammer of building here on the barracks. There we are. How cool does the new building look? I also definitely forgot that we had hammers of fighting and hammers of spell. Not my best moment, honestly. We can use the book of fighting that we got here, and I will, but then we're not going to be able to get something in the lab. We're going to have to start farming. Beautiful. Now let's do you. Lovely. Purchase another of these. And now we're going to focus on getting our E-Dragons leveled up. I mean, we love E-Dragons, guys, don't we? In terms of the hammer of spells, I'm going to use it on the lightning spell here because I just don't really see much use case in the other ones. I haven't even upgraded my recall spell to max at Town Hall 16, so we're going to use it there. But I'm not going to purchase a second one because we want to save our CWL medals for something more important than a heal spell or a recall spell. Now, one of the downsides of the approach we've done of using the magic items is I have run out of a lot of loot. I've still got a bit of Dark Elixir, but I have run out of a lot of loot. So I'm just going to go through the upgrade guide from this point of view, because obviously we got to do some farming. But so far, we're all the way up to the barracks here. We've got that done. Now, the next thing you want to do is the spell factory, and we're not going to use a magic item on anything here. Just do the spell factory. It's actually quite a quick upgrade, and it's definitely worth getting done. We want that revive spell at Town Hall 17, or at all Town Halls, really. Now, the next tier, as you can see here, we've got the Town Hall. So by this, I mean the Town Hall weapon. You want to upgrade that. It's extremely strong, but only really when you get it to a high level. And then the other stuff in this tier is all the heroes. Now, I have ranked them. I think the Royal Champion is the best one to get upgrading on quite quickly, because when you use her, she's by herself. So all the extra health or damage you get from the hero levels is going to be important, whereas it's a little less important for, say, the king, because he's often on a funnel, or the queen. Now, the minion prince is kind of hard to put in this because he won't be as high level as the rest of them. I would say prioritize getting the minion prince done. Always have the minion prince down, and then of the other 4 heroes, do the royal champion first. So I'm going to use the hammer of heroes, the 2 of them on the royal champion, and then the other 3 heroes do when you can. Then in the next tier, you can see this cannon and arch tower here, and this is merging more of your existing ones. We want more merged defenses. I definitely want them more than the new level to them, because if you can merge them, they get so much more powerful. And then also in this tier, we're going to put the clan castle as well. I want to get the clan castle done quite quickly. Get the 5 extra space, not only for offense, but also for defense. Just had to make a quick adjustment, sorry. In the next tier, we've got the ricochet defenses, but we're also going to have, so that's what this ricochet cannon represents, upgrading the new fire spitters to level 2. So obviously we built one of the fire spitters, and I'd recommend you build the other one as soon as you can. And once you've got it level 1, upgrading it to level 2 at the same time as the ricochet cannons and the multi-arch towers, of which you should now have 3 of each. Then in the next layer, we've got the air defense and the bomb tower. And then in the least important one is all of this here. So we got the traps. I would almost recommend doing the traps before the wizard tower. The wizard tower is just such a, it's just not a good defense at all, really, is it? And then the storages, because it is nice holding more, but as far as I can tell, you don't actually need to upgrade any of these storages to be able to upgrade anything at Town Hall 17. You just need it in case you want to hold more. Then in terms of the supercharged buildings, just do it in the same order as you see here. So do the supercharging after you've done every level, just because the superchargers aren't really that good at all. In fact, probably upgrading a bomb tower or an air defense is more important than supercharging a far more important building. But up to you on that. I do the superchargers at the very end, and I think that covers it all. If you've got any questions, I know it's kind of goofy looking at this. It's not the best way of presenting it, but I figured I'd try my best and show you guys how to do it as a free-to-play player. Obviously, I've got to go back in, and we got to start farming up to get those other 5 builders busy. Yes, it feels stupid using hammers and using books when you don't have loot to put it back down, but it's pretty easy to farm at the moment. I'm not in Legends League, so we'll get these 5 builders down straight away on the exact things that we talked about. But if you've got any other questions, ask me down below, and I'm going to get to every single one of them. And let us know also what strategies you'd like to see. I've already got a few ideas for the rest of this week.